some time to get away and to have no trauma and drama. Currently it is, I don't know, almost 5 or so, and I am heading out towards Bear Camp Road, which is in Merlin, and it is the coastal route. So in the next several days, hopefully I will be over onto the coast, but for tonight I want to try and get you guys into Silver Creek Falls, which is, I've been trying to get you there forever. So I will try and give you exact directions, because some of the ladies that I do know have tried to get there and for some reason haven't been able to find it. So I'm really hoping that with some good directions, people will know how to get to Silver Creek Falls, our local Silver Creek Falls, and be able to go cool off for themselves. Alright, let's get on this adventure. Alright, so hopefully you've learned that step 1 is to drive out Merlin-Galice Road. And then we're going to hang a left on Bear Camp Road, which is right after this bridge. Now, I've taken you up this road several times, but one of the gates has been closed. So I'm hoping that now that we are into summer, that everything should be open. It usually is, just as because this is the shortest route to Gold Beach. And this is where all the shuttles take people's vehicles from, if they're traveling the lower Rogue and they come out at Agnes. Now, we won't be doing that until tomorrow, but we're going to try and get up here and get down into the falls. This is residential in the first part of Bear Camp Road. They stage a lot of vehicles here that have got to go over the mountains to pick up the owners that are usually doing raft trips on the lower Rogue. So, before, when we came up here, it was closed about 3 miles up. So hopefully everything is open and we can go this way. And the only reason I'm trying to go this way is there is an alternative route, but it's longer. So we're trying to stay on the shortest route between A and B. And so we should have to go about 9.5 miles up before our turn. So let's get us there. So you're gonna stay on this main drag. Obviously there's signs that say Gold Beach, and there really is quite a few signs. This is a very well-traveled road during the summer, even though it's only about 1.5 lanes sometimes. So mind your P's and Q's, stay to your side of the road, and you should not have any problems. Well, the good news is that gate was open. So, keeping your fingers crossed, they don't have this closed for any reason, I'm hoping. There are no forest fires currently up this way, so that's good. And hopefully we'll just get on up there without any issues whatsoever. Getting out of their spots for most of them. You'll notice as you drive up, the mile markers are spray painted in the middle of the road. We're past mile marker 6. Alright, here's where that that cutoff road comes in. But so I talk about this to a lot of people. I call this the flats. You're up 9 miles, and all of a sudden it's gonna open up where you can just see forever. So now it's flat land, pretty much. Anyway, you're gonna stay along these flats until the next intersection. And then we are going to hang a left. And that left is the only left that is paved. And I'll show you. Alright, so here's the intersection that we need. Looks like gravel road to the left, and then this road, which is paved. We are going to stay on this paved road till it dead ends, and then we will be at Silver Creek Falls. We're gonna get down here and be along some creeks. It's really pretty. So there is one really nice campsite down here along the way. If nobody's in it, we'll drive in there and you can see it. There's a creek that runs right through it here. Nice little spot to cool off. Alright, let's walk up a little bit. You could probably get 2 RVs in here. It's such a good area. Tell you what, it's totally worth it just because it's so much cooler in here. There's an old concrete slab here, like a well was drilled. There was a lot of mining done around here. There's a little waterfall. So as you can see, just gorgeous, big timber in here, very shaded. And I've never got to camp here personally. I would love to, but it seems come hunting season, there's always a big camp in here. So we're gonna keep going down the road and get to Silver Creek Falls. Looks like they've been chopping up this big old tree. As you can see, you got to really pay attention to even find this little site. But it's pretty much the first little gravel road you come to. Alright, let's carry on. So yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It is a ways down in here. I did just set my odometer so I can get you a ballpark figure of how far down in here it is. And it looks like it's definitely getting grown up on the sides, but there's a couple narrow spots, but for the most part, it is paved all the way. So take your time. And once you get down in here, you are driving right alongside the creek, which is Silver Creek. So, I'm sure if you were real ambitious, you could look it up on a map. Lots of mining claims in here. But this is an area that I go hunting in. I'm usually out here once or twice a year because it's so beautiful. I always try and check on the waterfalls and see how it's flowing. And I've hiked up and down this, but it's been quite a few years. Alrighty, well that was exciting. I had a Jeep pass me earlier, and apparently they were coming down here, and they don't know the rules to the road. We just about had a head-on collision because they were flying up this hill on this road that's very narrow and not really staying to their side. But luckily everybody's okay, and yeah, that was exciting. Yeah, don't want to do that again. All right, let's carry on. Maybe a little slower. We got enough room, yay! Alright, just like that, we almost had another incident, but at least those people were going much slower. Hopefully, no more surprises. Hopefully we'll not have anybody camping down here, but you never know. It is a popular place during the summer, if you know where it's at. All right. Good. What's really nice about this area is there's two creeks. This creek feeds into the main one, and we're going to be getting out taking a look for sure. Okay, so I had to jump out real quick to get my solar panel out because I do want to try and get as much of a charge on it while I have a little bit of sunlight left. All right, we'll get a few things out and then we'll go explore. Okay, so end of the cul-de-sac. This is where we're parked. All right, let's take a look at this little creek first. Nice little campsite. There's a little pool right there. Isn't that gorgeous? Lots of skeeters. Yeah, this is great. And you can see it's literally a stone's throw away from where I parked. All right, let's go check out the big waterfall and see if it's running. It's just a tiny walk. What's kind of crazy is this used to actually be several campsites. Oh, what is this? Of course, they're a little dusty. And dry. They're like a salmon berry. Anyway, yeah, there used to be a couple campsites in here, but this is actually part of the old burn. And that's how this road got paved, is they used to have some tenders sitting here. And they stopped the fire right here at this creek. So you could probably still get a tent in here. Looks like somebody's been moving a lot of rocks. Alright. It's like somebody's been working on making some little dams too. Definitely got this trail kind of tore up. So beautiful. Okay, so the trail's been walked on quite a bit, so it's pretty slick. That's why I turned you off for a second. Oh, there she is. Oh yeah. Now I've personally jumped off of that waterfall, and we'll take a little walk up in a couple minutes, and there's some pools up above it that are almost like homemade hot tub pools. And I don't know if you can see it. We'll try and zoom in. There's this little cave pool right here that wall goes right below that water line, and you can sit right there. Very spectacular place. Yeah, I apologize. I don't have my tripod with me. I should go and grab it, but I had to get my head wet. And that water is so refreshing. And it's only that refreshing when it's this hot out. but the sun is going down. I don't want to get completely drenched, although it would be nice. But I want to get a few more things set up at camp, and we'll take a walk up further. Just real quick, this is the trail. Seems a little steep, but it's actually worn down pretty well. Just be careful. Okay, made it back up on top. There's a couple different little trails. Let's go up above the waterfalls. Pretty amazing, Mother Nature. It's a better look at that little pool. So this is one of those pools I was talking about. There are 2 or 3 more up that way. Now last time I was here, that log went all the way down in the water. Mother Nature must have moved it. There's where you can sit down in that little cove. That's where we just were. Alright, let's see if the trail goes any further. Alright, well, it looks like somebody has bushcrafted up in here further. There's another pretty good pool. It's like a little bit rougher getting up and down right there. But what a gorgeous evening. So you may be asking yourself, are there any fish in here? And back before the burn, me and my friends came and camped out here. And yes, there certainly was some little tiny, like, native trout in here. Of course, we put them all back, but I haven't tried to fish in here since. And we were actually pretty far downstream. There is a old trailhead. I don't know if you can even get onto it anymore. But yeah, just really nice spot for people to cool off, get out of the city, And I hope that you've enjoyed this little adventure out here. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow we are going to get back on the road and head all the way over to the coast, where I have some friends of mine that are taking off tonight to go do some RV camping. But we have a lot of things that we're going to try and squeeze in there, some fishing, and I might even do some metal detecting, all the things that I kind of wanted to do at the last gathering I went to. But of course, that didn't work out. Anyway, not getting into that. I'm gonna make my way back to the rig and get some things dialed in. Got our chair out. We don't have to get much stuff out this little camp session, just because it's gonna be a quick overnight. I did indulge. I got us one tall to enjoy and listen to the creek. Oh, glad you came. Cheers. Oh, I do love me some Blue Mountains. I wish I had my GoPro with this, because I'd probably just slap it on my head and then you could just look around at all the stuff that I can see. But I'm glad you came. That's what's important. Hopefully we will not have any disruptions later tonight, and meaning people. And we'll have a nice quiet evening. We are in fire ban, so even though there's a great fire pit here, cannot have a fire. But it's just nice, so much cooler. Now see, if I was like Jason, I'd have some Pendleton whiskey. But of course I don't, so we're making do with the brewski. So, what do you want to talk about? Anything exciting going on in your life? I really would love it if you left me comments. I am going to absolutely try and get better at checking my comments and getting back to you. Again, I do have a PayPal link right now, although I'd like to get a Patreon link. But if you go to my homepage, I do have a PayPal link if you feel so desired to help me get out and explore more. Right now I'm doing as much work as I can. I'm still having issues with my shoulder. Still can't raise my arm up very well, which is becoming quite a hindrance. But we're making do. So, alright, your turn. You want to share? Yeah, absolutely. Share your comments. You know, if you have a spot that I haven't been to that you'd like me to go and get some footage of and show other people, absolutely send them to me in my comments. I probably won't film too much more tonight. Just gonna kind of get set up for the evening. We're gonna go to bed early because I want to get up early, and then it should be a short run over to Gold Beach. Oh, let's check the mileage. Let me see. So 3.7, and I started keeping track of mileage at that first campground. So it's probably 5 miles, a good 5 miles back here. So I hope that clarifies a lot of stuff up, especially you, Donna. I know you want to come out here, but somehow got on a different road and I centered her van. Yeah, it wasn't pretty. She happens to be my hairdresser. I haven't been able to go and see her. You'll see. Just got it all shaved off for now. But I will have my flat top back soon because it grows so fast. And I will be in to see you. So. Ugh. Alright, let's watch the sunset, huh? Good morning. We're waiting on some hot water. I'm hoping that you can hear me with the creek in the background. Probably just keep it really quick and simple this morning. I do want to get going down the road, so it'll probably just be a breakfast on the go. You look a little crooked, but hopefully you're alright. It's a beautiful morning. Blue skies. I slept really good. It's much cooler up here. So I'm hoping that we can get across the mountain today, and then we will be at the ocean. Like I said, I hope that you enjoy yesterday's adventure. Getting up here, I'm thankful we were not in a wreck. Then we'll see what today brings. Ugh. Again, good morning. I'm glad you came along. Alright, well, since we're here, I thought maybe we'd take advantage of this little bit of sunlight and see if I can possibly get across the creek. Without getting too wet. Try and go up this trail. All right. Oh, gorgeous. So it looks like the trail still hasn't been traveled very much. But I did want to try and show you the mountains that are on the other side of the creek. All right, so we'll see if we can get down in here a little bit. Of course, I have to be a little cautious just because we're in bear country. Well, let's see if we can go down and look at one of these lower pools. I know there's a huge one down here, but like I said, I haven't been up and down the creek for years. And I'm not sure how far this trailhead goes. But we'll go see if we can get an advantage point. And as long as we don't run into any critters, we'll keep going. Alright, so there's still a good enough path, but you just can't see a lot ahead of you, so we're gonna make our presence known, and hopefully everything else goes the other way. I can hear another set of falls. So I know a lot of ladies are not going to feel comfortable doing this, and that's certainly okay. I did not grab my pistola, so we're just kind of hoping for the best. But for me, it's always fun to get out and explore and see if we can come across anything else that's really cool for you guys to see. So I'm definitely running along the creek. I can hear it. Few obstacles to get over, but nothing too major. Just had a nice bug fly in my ear. Nothing like bug soup for breakfast. Alright. There's some gorgeous rock formations. Alright. I'm not going to go much further, just because I'm really not dressed for this occasion. Let's go look down here. Alright. Bunch of rocks falling. Don't know from what, but I don't know. You can kind of see the creek down there, but I do not have long pants on at the moment, so I think this is good enough for me. Alright. Like I said, I should have grabbed my pistola, but I did not. You know, hindsight's 20/20 kind of thing. Alright. Let's make our way back to the rig. And we'll finish packing up and get this show on the road. But yeah, if I had long pants on, I'd certainly be going through here, but it is a little brushy. Just be aware of that if you are going to come out here and hike. And there are some rocks and a couple logs you got to go over. But you cannot beat the scenery, that's for sure. Good thing I'm only short on one end. I love taking you guys on adventures. You know, it's like I said, if I had my way, I'd be running with the camera 24/7. Just so you could see some of the most beautiful things out here in Oregon. I really hope that the footage that we got yesterday clarifies how to get here, and that the road is getting overgrown a little bit on the way in. So make sure you take your time. I was very fortunate yesterday and did not have an incident, but it couldn't have gotten any closer for both parties involved. So, like I said, take your time coming in. You can make a really nice picnic lunch. Come and spend the day, but be prepared. That water is cold. But I'm sure once you're in it, it's not too bad. Alright, I gotta go up and over this log. Hold on. Alright. That's a log I had to climb over. Not a big deal. But pretty rocky all around here. Now I can hear the Steller jays. Whew. It's a nice little hike out of there. Alright. Mosquitoes seem to be waking up as well. Oh, yeah. Nice, fresh, crisp, clean air. Tune back in when I get back down the hill. I probably went in there like 5 minutes or so, nothing too horrific, but yeah, that creek where it comes down out of this drainage goes way up there. There's my rig. I don't know if you can see it, but all right, we got to go down the hill. All right, almost to the bottom. like a good time to get packed up. Alright, do a walk around. Alright, just like that, we're ready to go again. That's why you've seen a little bit different configuration. You don't see my boxes up on top. I do have them inside for now just because I do have that big solar panel that I do not have mounted yet to the top. I'm hoping to remedy that and just do it this way from now on, but have the solar completely put on top permanently, and then work on my recovery boxes and stuff like that with the space that I have left over. All right, I'm gonna get my rig started up and we will get down the road, see what we can see. Alright, well, I just ran into some hunters. It is bow season for bear, and they've seen a couple this morning. I don't know where, but they were walking along the road. So maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know. I'll keep you posted. So we're almost back up to where that little campsite is. A little tiny bridge here, and then there's actually another good sized little watering hole. You can hear the water running. So pretty in here. So right here is that road that goes into that little campsite I showed you yesterday. Alright, it is exactly 5 miles to that yellow gate. Let's see. 359-1 is the road number. And if we were to make a right, we would go back down towards town. But we are actually going to make a left and continue on towards the coast.